The shots in your forehand can be tricky. How do you connect your grip, your forearm and your shoulder in one movement? This is what we're going to talk about in this video. We'll be focusing on the shots below the net tape, and we're gonna focus on two situations. The first one is the flat forehand drive. The second one is the defensive forehand shot. All right, guys, let's move into the video. If you should get one learning from this video, I'm gonna start with the most important thing that you should remember. The key is having a relaxed body throughout the entire shot and movement. A lot of you players out there struggle because you're either super tense in your grip or you're super tense in your shoulder. It most often looks like this. That was what you shouldn't do. Let's now focus on what you should do. So the key tips in the forehand drive is of course the forehand grip, small movements with your arm, and the last thing, timing, so hitting it at a 90% stretched arm. Of course, you should stay relaxed throughout the entire shot. If we zoom in on the forehand drive, the key thing is to have a relaxed forehand grip. The mechanics with your arm can be split into 3 steps. So Mads here is going to show you. Step 1 is having the racket ready in front of you. Step 2 is pulling the racket slightly backwards, opening up in your forearm, and notice here having a relaxed grip. Step 3 is once you want to hit the shuttle, so he's tightening the grip and doing the rotation with his forearm. So that's basically step 1, 2 and 3. The key thing here is to keep the movement with your arm as small as possible. And then it's the grip and the rotation with your forearm generating all the power. It's simple, right? So that was the movement. I want to talk a bit on the timing piece. So Mads here, he wants to hit his shot, and that he's normally doing at this space. So focus on not playing it too close to the body and also not with a stretched arm, because then it's pretty difficult to generate the power from here. So it's like a 90% stretched arm I want you to focus on once you want to hit that shot. So the other example is the forehand defensive shot, and I'm gonna talk about it from a doubles point of view. This is a shot that even top players can struggle to play. And why is that? It's because they forget to stay relaxed. And yes, it's much easier said than done. But let's try and dive into it. So the grip is still the forehand grip, as we can see here at Mads, and it's still resting in his fingers. So not much changes here from the forehand drive that we just saw. So let's focus on the movement. That's where I see players struggle. And for many, it looks like this. Can you see it? He's using his arm to play the shot. So here's what I want you to focus on instead. Number 1, keep the racket in a defensive position in front of you. Number 2, opening up in your forearm, pulling the racket backwards. The grip is of course still super relaxed. And number 3, tightening the grip with a forearm rotation. As you can see, Mads' shoulder isn't moving much. It's a lot in his fingers, his forearm rotation, that's generating all the power. So these were the tips for the forehand movement and the mechanics. So if you have a topic that you want us at Basic Feather to cover, drop it in the comment, and also remember to subscribe to the channel. Alright guys, see you next time.